This is the first exercise where you create a mood board. So I've gone into, in this case, Safari, and I've looked up Google. I want you to use Google, and then we're going to look up some images. The main thing is when you look up images, click on images, always go to tools, and there where you see size, make sure you pick something that's large. Find the image you want, and when you click on it, it will come up here. This shows that it's a big image, but this is still just a preview. So you have to, on a Mac, control click or right click with your mouse. Come down halfway, open image in new tab. It pops up here. I can see there's a plus with the magnifying glass, so I can click and it's going to get even bigger. And then on a Mac, control click, save image as. And I'll find a folder, make a new folder in here, and I'll just call it mood board. Make sure you're putting everything on your OneDrive as well. Okay, cool. So I've got one image. Come back here. Same thing again, images, tools, make sure I'm looking for large images. And same thing again, open image in new tab, get it, it's going to be a giant image. And save it into the mood board. Cool, and then find something else that works. Again, tools, size, large. Yep, great. So we need to have 20 images at least for the mood board. So once I've got some images, I'm going to jump into Photoshop. The document, if I make a new file, needs to be pixels, and it needs to be 500 by 500, and I'm going to put it on 200. Make sure it's RGB color, create. Good, so I've got that. Just going to move these things out of the way, and now I can open up those images. So I'm going to go open, always open, don't import or anything else like that. Find that trades folder, mood board. I'm going to grab all those images and open them up. Now I can shift this in a number of ways. With this one, I'm just going to go Command A, which is the same as going select all. Command X, just the same as going up here. So I can either go cut or Command C copy. I'll just go cut. Command W is the same as just going close, because I don't need that anymore. So go don't save. I can come to my main image, paste it, and this is the size it's coming in at. I'm not going to enlarge it too much because then it'll start to degrade. So you can bring all your images in like this as long as you're playing around with scale. So I'll do the same thing here, but this time with the arrow key, I'll click and hold down, drag it. I'm still holding down, still holding down, still holding down until I come into the middle of the image, and then I'll pop it in here. And again, play around with the scale by dragging on the corners. Command T brings up the scale function. And actually I don't need to save that anymore because I've got it on my main document. Now the kitty one, I'm going to do something a little bit different to make the image a bit more interesting. I'm going to go up to the fourth tool down. It's Object Selection Tool. And if I click on it, you'll see an option comes up here and it says Select Subject. If I have it on Device, Quicker Result, it'll do it a wee bit more roughly. If I want to do it a bit more carefully, I can go to Cloud. This is a pretty simple outline, so I'll just go Select Subject, and you can see it's selected everything. There's a couple of little bits here that it's missed, so it's cut off that ear. If I click and hold down, I can get a paintbrush tool, and with this, if I go Shift, I can click it back in. But actually I can see up here what it's done is it's not so much that it hasn't got this, it's that it's kind of cut it off. So if I hold down Option, I can cut that section off and it's got it. And you'll see down here there's a bit around the tag. So if I use the square brackets, the left square bracket will make my brush smaller, the right square bracket makes it larger every time I click on it. So again, Option, because I'm cutting this little bit out. Everything looks pretty good now. So Command minus makes it a bit smaller, and down here I've got my mask tool. So if I hit the circle and the square, it chops it out, it gives it a mask. And then I can just drag it over, hold down, and drop it on here. And so I can make things a wee bit more exciting. Might scale this one a wee bit. It's okay to scale it a bit. Swap it around maybe so it's under the Wellington image. And I just keep going like this until I have at least 20 images in here. I know that it's, I'll just close this. I know that it's RGB, I know it's the right spec, so when I'm ready, when I'm finished, so I would save this file as a Photoshop file. Just go OK, just so I've got the actual file. And then for the final hand in, I go File, Export, Quick Export as a PNG. I don't need to change the name because it's going to be different, because it's going to have .png at the end. Save.